only paced 2 world records at the weekend, is in the pacemaking chair this evening. Let's pick up the pole vault live, shall we? We'll confirm that 1500 metres B race for you fully shortly. Yarisley Silva, second attempt coming up here at 4 metres and 37. So a modest height, and at the moment, Yarisley Silva just struggling for a little bit of fluency there. So 2 times of failure.
4:37, so it'd be nice to see her go clear at this next height.
The Belarusian champion, Iryna ZHUK, her second attempt coming up here at 4 metres and 37. And this time it works out for her. Edging that a bit higher with some world-class opposition alongside.
Just before that European Indoor Championships, which takes place in a couple of weeks' time in Glasgow.
So ZHUK well clear of that. SIDOROVA due to come into the competition at 4 metres and 57, and KIRIAKOPOULOU at 4:47. So the 3 may make sure that this is not a wasted trip over to Germany. Third attempt at 4:37. Oh no. So that's a bit of a surprise for Yarisley Silva. As we say, there's obviously still a little bit of a personal best back in 2016 to be matching that height again 3 years later. And again, I guess the level of competition that's around in the pole vault at the moment is really rallying other competitors.
Yeah, it is great to see her back. She's a familiar face from, like you say, a few seasons ago, but she's here now with her first attempt. Oh, and it was good, wasn't it?
Of course. I guess rallying each other on as much as the rest of the competition from the US at the moment. The likes of Najat and Sandy Morris is coming back from Alysha NEWMAN, up and coming. Well, she was plenty of height there, didn't she? But just didn't get across the bar.
Real physical specimen, you know.
KIRIAKOPOULOU, second attempt, with Alysha NEWMAN having gone clear and Iryna ZHUK having gone clear at 4:47. Can KIRIAKOPOULOU join them in clearing 4:47? If you're late joining us, we've already lost the former world champion Yarisley Silva with a no mark after 3 failures at 4:37. No problems this time for KIRIAKOPOULOU. Has just recently won the Russian Championships, jointly in the lead of this IAAF World Indoor Tour.
Not only do you know, when do you decide to come in? What bars do you attempt? Obviously, that second attempt clearance, if other athletes go, you know, clear on the...
And 57. First of the athletes to attempt this. She's taken second attempts at both 4:37 and 4:47. And she'll need a second attempt on the 26-year-old Oz Student Games champion from 2017. It's a little bit inconsistent this over the last few weeks or so. Jumped 4:56 in Madrid, 4:23 in a meeting in Poland, and then Birmingham. I guess as vaulters there are some days when it just doesn't come together, isn't it?
Every runway is completely different, and you know, you can see that sometimes, especially the triple jump that we saw, like you say, in Carlsjö, a lot of people struggle to find their speed on that runway. A lot of the surfaces are quite different. So yeah, I think we'll just see how the competition supporting you. The crowd now I'm watching just the pole vault are really clapping Alysha NEWMAN, and you know, she's smiling and she's enjoying it.
Yeah, you can see just how close the crowd are there, just a few metres away from Alysha NEWMAN as she takes on 4:57 for the first time. Yep. Very good. The smile at the start of the runway is obviously the key. A happy jumper is very much an evolving event, isn't it, for women? As we see the women's pole vault, STEFANIDI with 1 foul already at 4:62. 2 foul.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a lot of women pick up fouls in these early stages. We wouldn't expect STEFANIDI to be fouling at this sort of
In fact, that's actually her first foul, gentlemen. Having failed twice at 4:62 as well. STEFANIDI looking for her first bar of the competition. And she gets it. So STEFANIDI, a welcome clearance at 4:62, and her competition is up and running.
Yeah, she enjoyed that, didn't she? And it's always a relief once you clear your first height. So yeah, 4:62, she's up and running.
Of STEFANIDI, who's, as we said, had a few problems with illness, but again, she's given up plenty of air, isn't she? And she's the one. So is SIDOROVA, who has 1 clearance on her card so far at 4:57. So KIRIAKOPOULOU here, second attempt at 4:67 meters. And it's good. It's good from the 12 times national champion of Greece. Again, we say, has come here with the bounce factor, I guess. 481, an equal PB in Birmingham at the weekend. We talk about whether athletes can produce again, 4 days later, Jen. We'll talk much more about that with Samuel Tefera a little bit later on. What can he produce 4 days on from that incredible KIRIAKOPOULOU, I guess, and particularly for field athletes as well, who are, I guess, a lot of rhythm and things and you know, technical aspects coming together. I imagine competition's relatively close together.
It's just if she can actually get herself on that board.
And she needs to improve at the moment by a couple of centimetres only, as we see Stefanidi live in the pole vault here. And she aborts that one. That was a first attempt at 4.70. Stefanidi will have her second attempt. KIRIAKOPOULOU, by the way, is the current leader with her clearance at 4.67 meters. No one clear yet at 4.72, which is this height. Still no one clear. Stefanidi will go to a third attempt for the first time. First bit of jeopardy for her in this competition.
We've seen some great heights, haven't we, in all the competitions this year. In Birmingham, there was 3 ladies over 4.81. Actually get that jump in, actually shows what a great competitor she is.
Pole vaults. We're live with KIRIAKOPOULOU here. In fact, that's SIDOROVA, sorry, with SIDOROVA. Anzhelika SIDOROVA. Stefanidi, by the way, has failed 3 times at 4.72 and is out of the competition with her clearance only at 4.62. So he's now at 4.77. There's only 2 competitors left, KIRIAKOPOULOU and SIDOROVA. That is how things stand in the 1-2-3 at the moment. KIRIAKOPOULOU would go within 4 centimetres of her personal best here if she could clear this height at 4.77. This is her first attempt. No, not to be. Probably anybody wants to understand. Anzhelika SIDOROVA, second attempt, 4.77. And it's going to stay on. It's there for SIDOROVA. 4.77, a meeting record champion. And that solidifies her position here at the top of the tree. And out of the running, it's her title. And again, I guess we're going pressure-free now in terms of trying to extend. She's jumped 4.91 this year, don't forget.
Yeah, she'd already tied the meet record with the bar previously at 4.72, but she gets that outright now at 4.77 on a second attempt. The
conclusion of Nikoleta KIRIAKOPOULOU's evening, if she doesn't clear this. Third attempt at 4.77 meters. To deny SIDOROVA victory for now. Wasn't close. Bar came off on the way up for Nikoleta KIRIAKOPOULOU, her clearance of victory. Again, people look at that and they say, well, she passed at the last height and then failed 3 times at the next one. But as we were talking about earlier, Jim, for those new to the pole vault, often tactics in terms of count back the number of failures on your tie heights with other competitors. So when they see what other competitors are doing, there are tactical passes. It's not because she thinks she could easily clear it. Sometimes it's all down to those tactics. And that time it didn't work out, but I'm sure many times it does.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. It's actually great that she's come here and she's actually finished in second position. She has had some time out of the sport, being injured. So actually to get back and be competing with those girls and clearing these sorts of heights. 4.81 in Birmingham just at the weekend, along with Holly Bradshaw and Katie Nagot. You know, these girls are really clearing these 4.70s and 4.80 bars regularly. So yeah, 4.72 here this evening. I'm sure she'll be delighted with that.
So the MR on the scorecard of Anzhelika SIDOROVA, the Russian athlete competing as a neutral athlete, meeting record. Can she improve it further? 4.82 the bar's gone up to. First attempt. No.
It's quite difficult, isn't it, when the meets won, the tours won, and now you're just actually pushing yourself. You know, how high can you actually get?
She looks spent. She looks absolutely out of it. You get over these supreme heights. You could just see from SIDOROVA there, resting on the bed, exactly what it takes out of these athletes. And this was an aborted jump.
It was. That's her 6th jump of the competition. So, you know, you can see the scorecard of some of the other athletes. They've had far more jumps than she has. She actually came in at 4.57. She missed a couple of heights, and then she came in the competition again at 4.72. Maybe it's just the combination of the competitions that she's had the last few weeks. I think she competed in the Russian Champs just 4 days ago.
Yep, I think you're probably right. I think it is probably a combination of those things. Now, the pole vault has moved on because SIDOROVA cleared 4.77. This is her second attempt at 4.82. So the last 2 we've seen live, she's aborted. But in the middle of that, 4.77, a clearance to improve that meeting record. And now one more attempt left at 4.82. We said earlier on, Great Britain has moved her way in, and SIDOROVA actually is closing her competition there. Enough is enough, she says, when you're out on your own and you have it all wrapped up.